Welcome to Dear Dana. It's Wednesday. Hump day. I am checking in with the community. How are you doing? Hello, professional paranormal research, PPR, CN73. Welcome, everybody. Please check out their channel. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold it. Exhale.
You don't understand the pain it brings.
Shake up all that stress. Inhale to the count of 4.
You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you. Ain't a switch that you can get you with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues
Exhale.
in my head.
Let
I
it
like
all
you
out.
in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like
One
a
more
test.
time.
I better
Inhale.
not text or I'll come off desperate.
Hold it. Exhale. Let it all out. Take it all off. Just release all stress from the week. Welcome to Dear Dana. Yeah.
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing.
Thanks for coming to Dear Dana. It's Hump Day. As we all know, getting closer to the holiday weekend. I bet everyone's so glad if you're getting off, that is. I don't mean getting off. I mean getting days off, of course. But yeah, just having hey Marie Crum, how are you doing? Girl, I wasn't sure if I was coming on tonight, because let me tell you, I have been studying so hard. Studying hard at my age. Going back to school at my age. Look, there's nothing wrong, I'm not talking about ageism, but going back to heavy duty school. I'm in class, let me see. I am in class at least 9-10 hours a week, like regular class. That does not include studying. That does not include electives. That does not include case studies and everything else. That does not include all that stuff. That does not include pro bono. So I am not the most organized person in the world. And I am trying to learn how to balance that with the other stuff that I have. I'm trying to learn how to balance it. So I don't know if I'm tensing my body up when I do it or what, but I feel like I've been plowing the South 40. I kid you not. I have got to learn to get better sleep. I've got to learn to get better sleep or something. I've got to learn to balance it. I don't know if I'm tensing my body up. Every section we do, we get a test. And then when we get through with like we had 101, and that's not a section. Sections are when we get introduced to a new form of hypnosis. But we had category 101, which is a chunk. Now we're in 201, which is a chunk of different types of hypnosis. Every time we get a new category, there's a test. Another one, a test. Another one, a test. Another one, a test. For every one, there's a test. So there's 2 tests a week. And for every elective, there's a test. And then at the end of all this, there's a big exam. I'm not used to this. I am not used to it. So I self-hypnotize myself to try to take in everything that I could. So I think my brain is trying to be a computer. Hey, James Money. Hey, Sarah McCluskey. You're not going to church tomorrow either. The lady that takes you has to go out of town. I'm so sorry. It's a holiday weekend, Sarah. Your cat got in a fight with a kitty. Oh, wow. So, how are you doing, Marie Crumb? Is your mindset still good? That's what I want to know. And how are you doing, Mr. James Money? What's new with everybody? We got our pipe fixed in the yard that busted from the house to the yard. So that's out of the way. That part is good. I did another pro bono client yesterday. Hey, Shelly Murray. And he went under. That was good. I used a different way to take him under hypnosis. He had a different kind of problem. He was used to running on adrenaline all the time in his previous job. And now his job is not to run on adrenaline. You're doing good so far, just upset about the surgery date moving. I can understand that, Marie, but just breathe through it. Because if you trust the universe, there could be an excellent reason for it moving. Trust that it moving could be to your benefit for fewer surgeries that day, possibly. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes dates moving are to your highest good. Sometimes dates moving are to your highest good. I know you want it over quicker, but sometimes dates moving are to your highest good. And we just can't see it for what it is because we can't see all the dynamics going on there. And I'm sure them looking at their calendars and stuff, they can take all of that into account when you can't see it. I would much prefer that. I would much prefer that. And that is the feeling I get on my end of it because I feel like this is a good doctor. I feel like that is what's all being taken in to consideration. So, on that count, if you take that into consideration, as long as your other headspace is in a good space, and that is my hope for you, then I think everything's fine. I don't think I feel it. How are you, Shelly Marie? Everybody drop in the chat. Let me know what's going on in your life. Also, the next thing on the agenda, some of you may be interested in, of what we are studying is past life regression. Now, I've studied it before, but let me tell you, when they throw things our way, it goes deep and far. So if I studied it before, I will be very good at it now. Trust and believe. You just got home from work. So you are very deserving of unwinding and chilling, Marie. Unwinding and chilling, for sure. Very sad that we lost Tina Turner. Very sad. I believe she was, 83 years old. Hey, Shay B. Missed you too. Girl, my husband had to crank me up to get on tonight. He had to boost me up to get on tonight. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I had to put air in my sockets and actually make myself a Coke Zero. Because coffee doesn't even boost my... Coffee doesn't even boost me up. Coke Zero helps. So anyway, very sad we lost Tina Turner. Rest in peace. She lost her second son 4 months ago. They say that she went to be with the Lord of natural causes. She battled cancer um, a while back. She also talked about how she still struggled with PTSD because of her original marriage with Ike Turner. She had remarried not that very long ago, but she sure did grace our earth with some amazing music that shall continue for the rest of the years. Her music will never fade away. She shall always, always, always be an icon. I hope that our children and our children's children will always know who Tina Turner is and her music. Hey, this Doc Explorer. Because, there's some good music now. But I still profess there is music from back in the days. There shall never be music like there has been in the past. When you look at the 50s, 60s, 70s, some of the 80s, there's music like shall never be from the past. I'm hoping, hey, April Showers, I'm hoping that now we've got some, like Kelly Clarkson can sing her butt off. She is one of those that can just sing her guts out. You have to give that to her. And you've got some newer ones that can. It's rare. It's rare though. You got some singers out there that once you don't hear from them anymore, you forget about them. You forget about them. We'll have to see, Miss Sarah. But you forget about them. You see what I mean? But there are just those that are, thank you, Stock Explorer. There are just those few that are just pure icons. Pure icons. And then you've got some icons that trying to be so relevant now, they make their stuff look stupid. Sorry, Madonna. She has been an icon, but right now she makes, in my opinion, right now she makes herself look stupid. That she's messing up her iconism, in my opinion. Sorry, not sorry. But then then you look at people like Lionel Richie, right? He's an icon. Yes, he's on American Idol, but that man's an icon. You hear a Lionel Richie song, you know who that man is? Tina Turner. You know who she is? Aretha Franklin. You know who she is. Sorry. That's just perfection. You know what I'm saying? Perfection. I get chills. Thinking about their music. My dad used to play me music as a kid. Like I said, he was in radio. I could tell when he played new musicians who was going to be big, who wasn't. Just an ear for it. And you got to stay true to who you. You can change it up as time goes on, but you got to stay true to who you are. You can change your music up some, but you got to stay true to who you are. Don't sell out and try to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, look at the Commodores. You know who you are. You know who they are when you hear them. There's just certain people, certain groups, certain people, certain bands. Elvis, you knew who he was. God rest his soul, he didn't last that long. Just saying. Yes, professional. Staying true to who they are, true to the music. You can change up the music some, but don't go out there being wackadoo. Like I said, Madonna has no business. She changed it up over the years. How she was doing to a point, she jumped the shark. She went over the mountain. Don't care for it right now. Too far. Don't know what she's trying to do. Beyonce, icon. She will be an icon for all the years. But I still can't compare to Tina Turner. Sorry. She's not a Tina Turner. She doesn't measure up to a Tina Turner. She's great. She's still not a Tina Turner, in my opinion. So God bless Tina Turner. On the wings of angels. There will never be another. And I can say the same for many actresses and actors. There's a lot that aren't as good as a lot that we had. You know, I'm 103 years old. You know what I'm saying? You can watch old movies and say, there's a lot of movies now that aren't as good as a lot of movies that were. Just not. There's a lot of comedy movies now that just aren't as good as some of the comedies were. Just not. And now AI is coming out. Shaking my head. Because they're going to try to put actors and actresses out of business. They're going to try to put people in stores out of business. We got to stand up. Yeah, Madonna thinks and wants to be forever young. Tina is in a league of her own. Well, Sarah, get you a blanket, precious. And I'm sorry you're tired. I so understand that tired. And I got to quit being on my complaint train because I am grateful and thankful that I am in school right now. I am grateful and thankful that I'm in school. I have just got to learn balance. I've got to learn some balance. I've got to get better sleep. Quit falling asleep sitting up in a chair. Yes, I do. I've got to learn better balance. And that's what I'm trying to do. I've got to learn better balance. Yes, I do. Woo! See, I have to listen to my own words. Got to learn better balance. Oh, and on another note, let me tell you, if you haven't heard, remember the Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito case? Who can forget? Well, Gabby Petito's family is taking, I think they're taking Gabby Petito's family is taking the Laundrie family, are suing them for duress, emotional duress. And if you haven't heard, let me tell you why. there is a letter that Brian Laundrie's mom wrote to Brian, and it was burn after reading. I'm going to read it to you. And it is messed up. It is messed up. So listen. A secret burn after reading letter written by Brian Laundrie's mother has revealed how she offered to help her son dispose of a body after the note was finally released to the public on Wednesday. Now get that, okay? Just listen. This is how the letter goes. Roberta Laundrie wrote it. Now she's trying to say that she wrote it to him prior to all of this. I do not believe it for a second. Why would you do it? And it's a very weird letter. It says, if you're in jail, I will bake a cake and put a file in it. Okay? If you need to dispose of a body, I will show up with a shovel and garbage bags. What? If you need to dispose of a body, I will show up with a shovel and garbage bags? I just want you to remember I will always love you, and I know you will always love me. You are my boy. Nothing can make me stop loving you. Nothing or ever will divide us. No matter what we do or where we go or what we say, we will always love each other, she wrote. If you fly to the moon, I will be watching the skies for your re-entry. If you say you hate my guts, I will get new guts. Remember that love is a verb, not a noun. It's not a thing, it's not words, it is actions. Watch people's actions to know if they love you, not their words. The letter was released to the public after a Florida judge ruled it was admissible as evidence in an emotional distress lawsuit brought by the parents of Petito, Nicole Petito, and Joe Schmidt against Chris and Roberta Laundrie and their attorney. Speaking to Fox News through an attorney, Roberta said the letter was written before the couple went on their trip and that the letter was in no way related to Gabby. It was found in Brian Laundrie's backpack after he deleted himself, and it was in a brown envelope addressed to Brian Christopher Laundrie with a note below the name that said burn after reading. Roberta Laundrie claimed in a previous affidavit that the letter was an attempt to get through to Brian in a difficult period in our relationship. She said the burn after reading note referred to a book Gabby had given Brian called Burn After Writing, which encourages people to write letters to themselves and then burn them to work through personal issues. She said details on the letter, such as her showing up with a shovel or baking a cake with a file in it, were references to books Brian had loved as a child rather than serious promises. Girl, I don't know what kind of books he loved as a child, but that is crazy. That is crazy. I bet you're a night owl, Sarah. So what do you all think about that letter? And on the outside of that letter that said burn after reading, she drew a picture of a crow. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Everybody, please check out her page. Please check out the Stock Explorer that not just gives stock advice, she supports creators and she scratches off lottery tickets. But what do you think about such a letter written to Brian Laundrie from his mother, Roberta. That is a very macabre letter. And in my opinion, I think she wrote the letter after and was inserting hidden messages. Who would put inferences in there about shovels and trash bags? Bizarro. Bizarro. And she talks about references to childhood books, books he liked as a child, and now files and cakes if he was in jail. Seriously. Any thoughts from you guys in the chat? I know some of the people that normally come to my channel are familiar with the Gabby and Brian story from, a while back. But the Laundries tried to act like they knew nothing. They hid that letter. It wasn't brought out at the time, but apparently they did know of what was going on. And the Petitos are very, very upset. At the time, the Laundries didn't have to say anything, but they had blocked the Petitos. They didn't take the calls. They said nothing. And they hid that letter. And after it was found in the backpack, apparently he didn't burn it. Yeah, that mom has a lot. It's difficult any way you look at it. She did lose a child. That is bad. I know what that's like. She was hiding information. But that letter, you've got to admit, is problematic. Very problematic. It's weird. And you have to wonder, they have a daughter. I wonder how she would feel about that letter. I'm sure she didn't know about that letter prior. Now that it's out in the open, I wonder how she would feel about that letter. Ick. Weird. Makes you see things in a different light. It opens up that can of worms again. So we're going to be hearing more about that. This is a civil lawsuit, of course. Civil lawsuit. Hello, Paranormal Witch. That's okay. Life happens. Thank you to my mods, Shelly Marie, Paranormal Witch Willow. I always greatly appreciate them. Oh, also, Britney Spears made a connection with her mother. It is known that they've been texting a little bit. They met in public, it is said, for a total of about half an hour. Sam was with Britney, and they literally met for half an hour. So, not a long meeting. Don't know what conspired from it. Don't know what will happen moving forward. I have to assume that it did not go completely the best since it was only half an hour. Thanks, Willow. But it was a half an hour meeting. So we shall see. It's hard because at the end of the day, every girl needs her mom. That's just the truth. Do we always get what we need from our mom? Not everybody does. But even when it's difficult, we need our mom. That's who we came from. But it can be very complicated. And we don't always get what we want from our parents. Not all of us. Some of us, many of us. But even that daughter-mother relationships can be complicated. Because it's two women. It's two women with their own thoughts. And sometimes two women can be headstrong. Even in the best of circumstances, we know this. Sometimes two women can be headstrong in the best of circumstances. And when it's not the best of circumstances, oh Lord. Oh Lord. How many daughters in here, even if it's good circumstances, have come to butting heads with their moms? If you've ever butt your head with your mom in here, put a 1 in the chat. Even if it's good circumstances, if you've ever butt heads with your mother, put a 1 in the chat. I know, Willow, I know it's hard. Look, I love my mama to pieces, but we have definitely butt heads. Definitely butt heads because we're so different. She's hot-tempered. She's hot-tempered. She can be good as gold, but she's hot-tempered. I'm not. I can usually see the big picture, come from being a therapist. She's not. So I can see differently. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. Not saying that. But two women. It's two women. Doesn't matter that it's your mama. It's two women. We all do sometimes. I can be stubborn. I can be stubborn too. Not as stubborn as my mom, though. My brothers will tell you that. My brothers will tell you that. So it just is how it is, right? I wish the best for Brittany. She's got to have more support than Sam. It's disappointing when you don't feel like you have family unit. It's important to have family unit. And all families argue. But if people come from outside and come after you, they're going to have your back. That is wonderful, Shay. When both of you have chill personalities, that is wonderful. My mom doesn't have a chill personality. My dad used to say my mom would argue with a signpost. But that's great. It's great that you both. I used to hope that as my mom got older, she would get more chill. Is she more chill than she used to be? Maybe a little, but that is awesome, Shay. That is so awesome. I would love to have that. My mom can be fun sometimes and we'll laugh and carry on, but the hotness is more than that. And as far as the Scandival, the Vanderpump stuff, I'm so over it. It looks like Ariana's getting a lot of offers to do things and a lot of opportunities. I'm happy for her. But if they hadn't gone down like that, she wouldn't be getting all those opportunities. Let's be honest. And Tom Sandoval, I feel like they were going to break up anyway, and he wanted this thing to blow up so he would have his moment in the sun, because all the other people and all the other couples had their moment in the sun, but Sandoval. Let's be honest and real. All of them had had their drama and their moment in the sun, but Sandoval. So a lot of it seems like a telenovela that he was ready to have blow up. And little Miss Bambi had her 15 minutes and was thrown under the bus. So as a therapist, I feel like they Ariana and Tom were getting ready to break up, and it was a grand opportunity. It was a grand opportunity to go, wow, right? And Tom's all over the place, and Ariana's got all these opportunities, and Bambi's under the bus, and Vanderpump Rules has probably got another 3 seasons, and the story went worldwide, and the views went up. What does it look like to you? I know what it looks like to me. I know what it looks like to me. And here Ariana and Tom are still living in the same house. Now, if they haven't slept together but a few times in the last few years, they don't mind living in the same house right now. Anybody that has slept with my best friend, do you think the hell I'm going to be living in the same house with that asshole? No, hell no. He would be out lickety split and finding some couch to sleep on. He would not be living in the house with me. He'd be on Sandoval's couch. He'd be on Schwartz's couch. He would not be in the house with me. That makes zero sense. It's not mathing. It is not mathing. It is not mathing at all. He would be on Schwartz's couch at his apartment. He would not be living in the house with me. This was a grand, huge opportunity to keep Vanderpump Rules ratings way high. Okay? I'm sure it could hurt Ariana's feelings. They're not dumb. They are not dumb. I'm sure it broke Ariana's heart that he slept with Bambi. Okay? But I think this happened way before, and it was a keen opportunity. If you had a boyfriend that slept with your best friend and you and that boyfriend lived together, would you be living in the same abode with him months later? Let's be honest here, women. Let's be honest. Think about it. It is not mathing. It's not mathing. If you were that devastated, it's not mathing. His ass would be out. The house would be on the market, or I would be getting roommates in that house. They're still living in the same house. I don't care what anybody says. Nope to the nope and to the nope. She just said she's still living in the house. I would not want to see his face every single day. Nope and nope and nope. You have that kind of strong feelings and you're going to live it. It makes no sense. I would be kicking his butt out. You're talking about human nature and human emotions. Nobody's talking about that. Why is nobody talking about that? Now, they're talking about tardy for the party, them both living in the same house. They got kids, okay? That's still stupid. But they got kids. They're talking about there was no cheating. No, 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 whatever. And that still may be a ploy. But we're talking about this. And look at it. You have actresses and actors married to each other, right? Somebody might cheat. They may or may not have kids. That person is out like that. One or the other, whoever cheated, they're out in a lickety split. They do not get the worldwide attention that's talked about over and over and over and over again, like this whole hoo-ha has blown up to be. And they are a million times famous than these two. You cannot tell me that this has not been blown up to be an opportunity for PR. Think about it. Ponder it. As a woman, would you live with them in the same house? Or would you have their butt out? They're the ones that cheated. With your bestie, their butt would be kicked out that door so quick. Just saying. Just my own personal opinion. And look at all. Look, Ariana's heartbroken. She says she's dealing with her emotions in between all these exciting opportunities that she has that keeps her mind off of it. And then she was at Coachella with that guy that she's dating. You've been with somebody 9-10 years, okay, and you're already dating somebody, and you have all these opportunities, which are great, and it's a good way to, like somebody says, like Heather McDonald said, to get the money so you can move out. She don't need to damn move out. She could bring in roommates temporarily. He could move in with Schwartzy and keep paying the money until they sold the place. Why she got to move out? Right? And usually when your heart is that broken, you don't move on that quick because you're dealing with your emotions. Not into a relationship that supposedly she's in. Just my opinion. Some of the math's not mathing. Some of the math is not mathing. Now, I feel for her. Him cheating on her with her bestie. And even that doesn't make sense. Bambi Eyes is her bestie? Bambi Eyes is her bestie. Ariana and Raquel, besties. Does that make sense? Do they look like they'd be besties? Do those two personalities fit? Think about that. She says Katie and Sheena weren't in the circle, but Bambi was her bestie. Just saying. Just coming from a psychological point of view. Sorry, I'll get off my rant. I've just been, popping in all these conversations, and I'm like trying to look through the cracks. And some of it is so overly dramatic that some of the things just aren't mathing. Yeah, it's like Willow says. When my ex left and cheated on me, I gave as close to the homeless. Then I rented an apartment for me and my kids. Do you see what I mean? But I would not be living. She's not married to him. There is no common law marriage in California. I did my detective work. There's nothing holding them in the same house. I'm sure they have a guest room with furniture if he needed to take some of that furniture to another place. He has his bestie, Tom. He could crash on his couch. or I'm sure he could go to Bambi's rental and stay over there. I'm sure he knows other people, you know. It makes zero sense that he and Ariana could even, if they hate she hates him that bad. How could she be living with him on the daily? Makes no sense. None whatsoever. And for those watching in the replay, and you get this far, and you hear what I'm saying, I'm not putting any shade on Ariana. I'm just thinking like a therapist and a woman, right? I'm more than a clinical hypnotherapist. I want you to put your comments below. If it were you, would you still be living with your cheating ex that cheated with your best friend? Or would you have kicked his butt out the door? Think about some of the comments I've made, or some of them that have been made in the chat, and tell me if it's mathing to you. Tell me if it's mathing to you. Would you want to see the face of that cheater every single day that you're so hurt and angry at? Or would you have already kicked their butt to the curb? I would have, their butt would have been out immediately. Immediately. And I would have put an ad, room for rent, bring references, interview first. This is a price, blah, blah, blah. If I needed some money to rent that room, they would have been in. Wasted no time. To somebody that's friendly and cheerful, and I could stand to see every day, and had that extra income in there, and wouldn't have bothered with the house, worrying about that house. I would have had him buy me out, or wait it to the house sold, whatever. This something dirty about this. Something dirty about this. There's stuff. This was meant to get the public all wound up, and it worked, and it did. And Ariana doesn't have a problem coming back for next season, nor does Tom. And I doubt we'll see Bambi. We might, but I doubt it. Unless they are just truly in love, which I doubt it. She was disposable. Anyway, I'm going to look, I've tried not to watch all that stuff because it gets me rounded up. You know, if you do that to a baby, they'll most likely go right to sleep. Oh, by the way, did you know you can go under hypnosis or meditate and visualize being on exercise equipment? And see yourself doing the workouts or running on the treadmill, or doing what is that exercise where you get on your hands and feet? Oh, Dana, you know, you look like you're, I got a glitch. You know, you're flat as a board on the ground, and you have to try to stay that long for at least a minute. I got a glitch. What is it called? No, not yoga. Like yoga, where you stay in that position for at least a minute. Like a board. Somebody help me. Somebody please help me. Anyway, you visualize it, and you can just keep visualizing you're doing that, right? And your muscles and stuff will activate. And your muscles will activate in the same way someone in the gym will do. Plank, that's it, Sarah. Plank will activate in the same way someone in the gym will do it. If the muscles activate at 33%, just visualizing it, it will be 22%, right? Or you'll burn 22% of the calories if the muscles do 33%. In hypnosis and visualization. Found it out in hypnosis today. So if I go under hypnosis and I see myself doing that, the mind will take me there. But you have to actively do it. That is the strength of the mind. That is the strength of the mind. It is amazing. It is amazing. And I have put myself under self-hypnosis to be able to remember and record more information as I study. I kid you not. And I have noticed that as they're talking and I'm taking notes, that my brain is remembering more of what they are saying as I'm taking notes. And it's wild. Your brain is an amazing organ. It is. Let me show you something real quick. This is called theory of mind. Okay? Theory of mind. The top percent, 20% of our mind, is reasoning, analysis, willpower, decision making, logic. That top 20%. You see it? That 10%, that red band, is the critical mind. Hopefully you can see it. It is the critical mind. Down below, all the big part is the subconscious. You have positives and negatives in your subconscious experiences. The positives could be things that you yield as positive experiences. The negatives are negative. Like you could love dogs, right? And that's a positive experience. Somebody could hate dogs. That's negative. At the bottom is fight or flight. That is the primitive mind. When we were caveman, it was created so we could run, fight something that like dinosaurs or run from them. And 88% of our brain is a subconscious mind. So when you say, oh, I want to lose weight, I know I should lose weight. Well, that's the 12% of your mind saying, I should lose weight, I should quit smoking. But we are fighting against the 88% of our mind, right? That might eat for comfort or likes eating or likes smoking cigarettes. You get what I'm saying? So the 12% of the mind that knows you should is fighting against the 88% of your subconscious brain, which holds your memories or holds your desires or holds whatever. So with hypnosis, the 12% is here. And we go in, or I go in, with the unconscious and put in the suggestions, drop it into your unconscious brain of what you want to do. Okay? Like you want to lose weight. You want to quit smoking. You want to quit eating junk or whatever it is. And put it in as a positive. And make the desires you don't want to have, turn them into a negative. and they get vented out of your brain while you're sleeping at night. See what I'm saying? Anyway, very, very cool. That's how hypnosis works. Just had to share. Anyway, I know it's getting late. I don't want to keep everybody. It's 10:29. I didn't even mean to stay on this long. But I'm surprised I have the energy to stay on this long. But I love you all so much. You all have such positive, loving energy. But I love you all so much. Get good rest yourselves. Treat yourself well. Drink lots of good, clean water. Good, clean water. Get good rest. Listen to positive things. Let's get it off of this Sandoval joke. Go smell the flowers. Take a swim. Ground yourself on the ground barefoot outside. Listen to good music. Love you too, Miss JB. Listen to good music. Be around positive people. Right? Let your energy expand so high. Listen to meditation. I'll do a meditation soon. And if you want to be on the list for my pro bono, which means I'll be giving away here and there free hypnosis, drop your name when the video's over under the video in the chat. Not in the chat, sorry. In the comments under this video when the video is over. And then we'll have to schedule something on a Zoom or something. You see what I'm saying? Not making sense. I need to eat food. Yeah. I'm glad that some of you agree with me about not wanting to live with your cheater. But anyway, I love you all so much. Remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. Have a good holiday weekend. I'll see you guys sometime this weekend for a little while. Good, Nora. And I hope this made sense to you about how it works. That's one reason I brought it up, so you could see. Love you, Nora, Sarah, Willow, Shelly. Thank you, all my mods. Love you, Shay. Love you, Marie. Shelly Marie. Who else did I forget? I hope I didn't forget anybody else. Yes, please check out Stock Explorer Wellness with Frugal Mama. Up at April Showers. Check her channel out too. I love all good creators. James Money, love you, Marie Crumb. Everybody have a good night, and I will see you next time. Love you, love you, love you. Sending out good energy. Have a good night. Take it easy. Bye, everybody. And here we go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go.